All right, y'all. Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's go ahead and talk about it real quick. Like Stormy and Mel have this conversation. They talk about Martell and his new boo Sheree. Melody says she could care less because she seen him with other women before, and that's not the first time that she said that. What do y'all think? I don't think Melody gives a damn.
I don't. And I keep saying this. I feel like, I mean, even if she is like a little hurt by people, I think it's more so people expecting her to be bothered than her really being
So
bothered.
bad.
You know,
Yeah.
like I didn't like that Marceau feels like Sheree is an upgrade because I'm like, on what level? I think
Why?
y'all are only thinking about the Bravo own upgrade and that Bravo pays people more than own does. So I
Yeah.
think that that's where the upgrade comes in.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not sure where Niecy went. Go ahead, Bonnie.
But outside of that, I don't think that Sheree and her nearly there fashions. I don't think that she's an upgrade from our girl who just sold out J Bolin. And like Mel is just on it. I feel by the time Mel gets to be Sheree's age in about 20 years, like, she'll have way more than Sheree
I
does.
I definitely agree with that. Like I excuse me, I just don't see Mel being like for what when Mel to me already got like her finances and stuff more together than Sheree does. I mean, when it comes to like real estate, Mel gonna know more about that than Sheree does. Sheree is just now getting a business offline, or onto the line after how many years, and Mel just created something and boom, here it is, and it's selling out. So I don't see what is that about. And then I also feel like for y'all to say that lady is a level up, are you comparing her to yourselves? Because that's what it kind
I
of
was
sounds like.
confused. Somebody, I don't know how much I missed because I had a whole technical malfunction. But it
It's
sounded
okay.
like people were saying Marceau, when he said level up, was comparing Sheree to Ariane. Now that makes sense.
Mm,
Mm.
mm,
Oh, okay. Like it wasn't bothering Mel when he was with the side chick, but now that
yeah.
he's leveling
Right.
up from Ariane, that might bother Mel. And I'm still like, yeah,
Right.
But that's still a
no,
comparison to male, so it could have been like a shot towards Ariane, but then it's still
it's still saying that Mel is
like
feeling
she's
away.
on a higher level than male
Low
too.
key. Low
Hmm.
key. Y'all, I, on the lowest of keys, think that she has to feel some type of way.
You think so?
I don't think, absolutely. On the low, like you have to. Even if you don't want to be with that man no more,
Hmm.
you don't want to see that man be happy. And if other people believe that he's happy and other people are trolling you, you're probably irritated as hell. I mean,
Mm.
it's
Oh,
one
we
thing to
say
see
that.
him
That's what we were
photographed.
saying.
Oh, y'all were saying that? Yeah.
We were saying that
It,
she like people wanting her to be upset is probably what's upsetting her.
yes, but I still think she feels some type of way. I do. Um, like just a little bit. But at the same time,
Yeah.
I feel like it might be more so bothered by like the situation because she feel like he playing games because everybody can tell that Sheree and Martell are not a thing.
Hmm.
Um, like it's fake. So I couldn't see
That's another
Mel
reason
being
why I
jealous
probably
of
would.
Sheree
Yeah.
Hmm.
because the relationship doesn't seem to be real. I think she's bothered by the whole situation. But let's say Martell does go end up in a real relationship. I think Mel would feel some type of way on the slightest. She would never say it out loud, but I think she would. And I was saying in my review, I feel like there's the Scorpio trait.
Mm.
Just because, like, if we dated, if we talked, I don't want to see you with nobody. I want to see you failing
Down bad.
continuously. I want to see you down bad. I cannot have any feelings for you, but in my mind, like you don't belong to nobody but
Yeah.
me. Once I had you, and now that I
Mm.
don't want you no more, I cannot want you over here. So I
Okay.
Yeah.
think that's what Mel and Martell have going on.
Okay, so let me say this about that because I agree. I do agree. Like, I think
Mm-hmm.
in any situation, if you, especially if you was married to somebody for all them years, had 4 kids with them,
Hmm.
really wanted to be with them until they fucked it up. Like, I feel like, of course, she would feel some way, but I also feel like that doesn't mean that she's bitter because she feels a way. And I think that people are equaling
Mm-mm.
her feeling a way about all of it as her being bitter. And I'm like, I'm gonna need for them to be divorced for more than a year before people
Mm.
start calling somebody bitter. Because to me, bitter happens when it's been years, like Kiowa. and you still thinking about, worrying about what happened when y'all was together. And I feel like Mel
Mm-hmm.
doesn't doesn't give that type of energy. If anything, she give this, I can't stand this nigga. He ruined everything. I would fuck him if he wasn't so
Yeah.
terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I could
That
see
is
her
what she
having
is.
that,
Uh-huh.
but I also feel like she's entitled to feel that way. Like,
Yeah, I just
Did
feel
y'all?
like she could be bothered based on people, like I said, trying to force her to feel away. But I
mhm,
also feel like she doesn't care because she knows Martell. And because she knows Martell, she knows how much of a fuck up Martell is, especially when it comes to situations. He can't even make sure he has proper communication when it comes to me, when it comes to the kids or whatever. So, based on knowing how, because she's been with him for so long, she knows how he moves in and out. She really knows him. I think for her, that's why she's not bothered because I already know it's not going nowhere because I know how you are.
exactly.
And I know that you being in this relationship is really trying to make me jealous. Therefore, I'm really not going to be jealous because you're trying to flex on me. Now, if this relationship were to go on more than a year, I think Mel might like, oh, okay. Oh, now you're doing stuff for her that you didn't do for me. Noted. Then she might feel
Yeah.
away, but I don't think so. I don't think she
I don't
bothered yet.
either, especially because when I think about it, it was probably like, child, please, that shit look fake. And if she get the Martell that me and Ariane got, she gonna send your ass back. So she probably feel like, I mean, you might feel something a little bit because I'm gonna tell you what I think probably made Mel feel away is the fact that he went with somebody that was on another reality show as to try
Mm-hmm.
to, try to level up on Mel
Garner
because,
attention.
yeah, like I think that's like, oh, I'm on Bravo. You still over there on OWN, but now I'm over here on Bravo. Like I think
Yeah,
I think it was
Mm-hmm.
that type of move because when it first
I did
happened,
it
I was
without
like,
you.
yes, like, oh, you doing all of this, but you see, I'm gonna do it anyway. And it's like, yeah, but you probably still don't have the type of money, the type of access. You probably don't have the business relationships. Mel is over there making money moves. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that he is all about what it looks like. So I think Mel knows that. Yeah, that shit might look all right, but it's not right because I know his head still ain't right. So he's
Yeah,
not going to be good to anybody because he hasn't fixed what's wrong with him.
yeah. Now Martell
Yeah.
does. Oh, you was gonna say something, Niecy?
I think Mel loves trolling him, and I think that the more Martell tries to display that he has common sense, and I have to reiterate that because display is literally exactly what he does. Don't mean he have common sense, but he act like he got common sense. The more he displays it, the more irritated she gets. Like when they
Mm.
was on that trip, she said, "I feel like one day you're gonna be in a serious relationship. I'm gonna be in a serious relationship." She don't mean that. I mean, maybe one day they'll be there, but I don't think you mean that right now. I don't think either one of them in 100% serious relationship. As bad as she say that she want him to be with somebody, I think that's just the want for him to be off her back. But ideally, I
Mhm.
can't imagine them having other people in the mix. And I knew it was gonna bother her at the end of the episode when he said to her, "I don't want you, you don't want me." When he
Mhm.
said that, I was like, "Oh shit, she is about to go in." She
She
likes
kept
the
it
fact that
cute.
he
Oh
still wants
shit.
her because she still
No,
wants
because you
to
I
dog me
think he
protect
out.
him.
does.
Yes,
Right,
absolutely.
right. She wants to. Okay,
You dog me out. And
yeah,
then to me, it's not even just that. I think he absolutely still wants her. When they went on a trip to
right.
Destin, it was obvious that he wanted her. So now you flip over and you with Sheree. I think that might have been what she was mad about. You was just trying to get in the bed with me when we was on a trip, and now
Same old
you didn't pop
Martell.
out with oh girl. Oh no, now we going back to the way things were before. Because now I see you still that nigga. But see that scene. I don't know if we gonna get to that scene or not. That last scene when he pulled up to her
Mm-hmm.
house, but he was playing games. I think he was trying to make her look bad.
Mm.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. He
Yeah,
was.
because he
What
remember
part? You talking about when he came to
That's
the
why I
door? Or
said
you
he
talking
was.
about in the car?
the whole situation. Because I think he told her he needed something for the girls. That's why when she came to the door with the bag because she knew he was gonna try to
I
come in and talk. So that's why she was like, "You wanted that bag, right, Martell? You
uh,
needed the bag. Here go the bag, Martell. Here's the bag."
I thought she was like trying to produce type thing. Like, here you go. Like, hey, I got that bag. Hey, like it was giving acting. Hey, Martell, I got
Yeah,
that bag that you want. That's why he was like, what the hell did you talk about? You know, I ain't come over here for no damn bag. Like, why are you acting? Like, what's going on? You okay?
to
That's
me
the
it was
energy he was
giving
giving.
it was given. You knew I wanted to talk to you, and I said, I need to come over there and pick up some of the girl. But while I'm there, can we talk? Because da 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 da. And she was
Mm.
like, "You can come get
His
the
way to
bag and
get
we
into
can
the
talk."
house.
Exactly, because she was like, we can talk right here on the porch. Like he was like, don't play with me like that. You ain't about to play with me like that. You let me in. I didn't like that. To me, that's what I didn't like, because everybody ignored how he was talking to her about letting him into her house. And I was just like, she doesn't have to let you in her house. And the tone was, don't play with me like that, Mel. Let me in your house. And I was just like, oh no.
See, that's where it's always that damn tone, Martell. It's always that. He always fucks up. And that right there is the reason why I would not care who that nigga date. Because not no real BIT finna sit up there and let you talk to her like that. Like, they just not finna sit up there and just take you too much longer. Like, I can't. I hate how he does that. Speaking of Martell, Chris, Destiny, y'all know he about to have this wine tasting or whatever he about to do. Melnika was not a part of that. Y'all think Melnika still on the show?
I
No.
didn't even think about that.
Or was
I did
Melnika
not
spilling
even think
some?
about that.
Like, did they mess with each other or something? Like, because that was the last time we saw Melnika.
Because that's what I
That
said.
is a really good point. I did not think
And the last time we saw them, they got into it.
talking about when the last time they slept with each other.
Uh-huh. And it was all
Didn't you say Melnika planned it though? He said Melnika planned it though, right?
No, he said he got his own connects. She planned the one in Atlanta, but in Huntsville he got his own connects. That's what he said. So he wanted to make sure everything was done perfect. And I don't even know if we saw Melnika at the event. I'm not sure. But
that's another thing. Somebody mentioning, Angie B is mentioning how Martell had just served Mel with those custody papers. And remember, when they were on the trip, he kept talking to his mom about, and then during this episode, oh, Mel having all them people around my kids. Remember, he kept saying that over and over again.
He did say that.
You know? So I think all of this stuff is going on at the same time. And that's why I feel like he definitely showed up to try to like get her in an argument to make himself like he was being, why you don't want to talk, Mel? I want to talk about the kids. I'm trying to be calm, Mel. Why you don't want to be calm? Because you just served me with papers. Then you got the other bitch talking about me online and your pillow talking with her. Like, no, fuck you. Like, it just seemed like
he was just served with papers at that same time.
He served her. He served her with papers during that time.
How we know that?
Because it was happening. Somebody said in the comments, but if I remember correctly, that was during the time when they were talking about how he kept saying that she was letting all of these people around the kids, and he was trying to get full custody. And during taping last episode, he was talking to his mom about it. And then this past episode, when Destiny played the audio, he said it again about how she keep bringing all these people around my kids. So I was like, yeah, that probably.
And then whenever he was talking about her going back and forth to Atlanta
with the COVID stuff,
that was
it definitely could have been happening around that time.
So it's like behind the scenes stuff going on, and you know, come over there. I just want to talk about the kids, Mel.
What did y'all think about Destiny though? Destiny giving Martell that.
What's in the text though? What's in the phone? I want to know what's in the phone, because now it's being insinuated. So from the trailer, Destiny might have had some inappropriate conversations with Martell on his phone, and they said Martell tried to hack Mel's phone, but he didn't do it right. So she ended up seeing the shit on his phone, and that's how she saw the interactions between him and Destiny. That's what somebody said, or I don't know if it's true. But when they said something about hacking the phone, they said it on the trailer. Destiny was like, what you mean when you hacked his phone? And somebody was like, no, he tried to hack Mel's phone. Because remember, I think Mel talked about it on her DMs. I mean, her stories about having to get a new phone at some point. I hate the way shit be happening. And I kind of remember, because y'all know everybody will do a video when the shit was actually happening. But the time period between when it happened originally and the show now, you be like, fuck, I can't remember. But I kind of, you know, it was so much back then. Remember, y'all? They was doing fucking videos every week about a live somebody talking about this, talking about that during that time.
It's gonna be a real exciting New Year's Eve watching this Love Marriage Huntsville. Okay. Oh my gosh.
I hope I'm able to watch it.
But it's 3 damn parts. It's 3 damn parts.
Good, Carlos.
Oh, it's 3? Okay.
Run us that check, Carlos. Thank you.
Cool. Was it 4 last season? It was just 3 last season.
I think it was just 3.
I hope it's as good as last season. I don't want nobody really to escape out of questions and answers and everything. Like, let's really get to some things. Don't do heavy editing. Like, what's some people called?
Y'all already know what.
Bravo be doing?
Y'all already know what part one is gonna be. Part one is gonna be asking the Whitlows about the damn marriage boot camp.
So we could
That's
go
what's
and get
gonna
them out the way, cause that's about all they gave.
For real.
Go and get them out the way
Yeah.
real quick.
As soon as their storyline actually started to get interesting, we stopped seeing them. Tiffany gets
Because they don't
pregnant.
want you to see their flaws.
That's another thing, and that's why they don't need to be back on the show. I think Carlos needs to start listening because he doesn't listen. Get Destiny, get the Willows, honestly, and I will also like have the Scots up on the on. Do y'all need to just be friends to the show? Because y'all not giving shit. The only Scots that should be left alone this season is Kimmy and Maurice because they may not be giving on that personal relationship shit, but Kimmy's cancer is obviously
A
big
true
enough. You know what I'm
storyline. Yeah.
saying? But
Yeah,
see,
I still
Tisha
think that
and
Real
y'all should be
reality.
good.
Marceau, they not gonna ever let them go because they messy. But to me, Tisha and Marceau, I'm tired of them. At least with Mel and Martell, the shit came out, and then we just had, we got to deal with it. With them,
Oh,
they
well,
just
shit. Is it
constantly
gonna
keep
come out at the
hiding.
reunion?
Child. Well,
Is
they
it
say
gonna
Mel
come
got
out
receipts.
at the reunion?
Tisha said she
And
saw a
Kiki
picture in
said
her
she
phone.
has to spill the tea.
I wonder because Kiki looked like she was going to verify some stuff, but I felt like, you
Kiki
know how they
look
like to
good
edit
too.
stuff? I'm
She
like, I
do.
don't know if Kiki really answered that
Kiki ain't gonna
question
do
for
shit.
real.
Kiki ain't gonna do shit. If Kiki was gonna do something, she'd have did it when all them episodes was about her. Because to me, I felt a way about how they made that whole first half of the season about them, and we got nothing resolved from that.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I wanted to answer a question on Destiny though.
Yeah.
I knew Destiny was gonna do this before the season ended. After the fight, I called it and I said, just wait 2 to 3 episodes, and Destiny is going to do something to emotionally manipulate Martell, and that's exactly what she did.
She did.
After Florida, she showed him a video where Mel said nothing. Mel didn't even say nothing like for him to be offended about, and he was automatically triggered, which she knew he was gonna do.
What you think
Martell,
about
read
this?
a book. Yeah, Martell, read a book about some emotional intelligence. Look at how you are being manipulated. And Destiny, bye.
Go. Your skin looked amazing, but go.
Yeah, she just kind of got on my nerves because I'm just like, I don't be understanding. Like for Tisha, and if y'all don't like the lady, why y'all keep like bringing her up or insert her and stuff or asking about her if you don't like her?
That's
Then the
all
other
Tisha
thing
talked
is,
about.
Destiny, if y'all are cool, like, I mean, we can be cordial. And if y'all had a conversation and you was just over there like, you miss me, Donnie, you miss me. Like, it was like you were begging for her to miss you, only for you to turn around after y'all somewhat okay. And then just set y'all 10 steps back by playing that audio to Martell because you were trying to be messy like Robin. Like, we hate to see
And
that
she
for
still
you.
lightweight wanted to have beef. When Tiffany asked her, y'all cool? She's
She
like, like
did.
what? We agree to disagree. Like you was
It was
just
the look
there
on her
asking
face,
that
the
girl to
posture.
say that she loved you.
The reason I just kind of like let that slide was because Mel kind of did something similar when she talked to Stormy and talked to Tiffany. When Tiffany kept saying, "So y'all friends?" Mel was like, and then she
She
just kept
did.
on with the conversation. So I was like, okay, y'all both doing the same thing here. Okay, I see y'all don't rock with each other. The only thing I give Mel, she don't bring y'all up for real. She don't be discussing y'all. Hey, have you talked to Tisha?
She
Where's
don't.
Tisha at? Destiny, let me tell you what Destiny played. Like, you're
And they
doing too
can't do
much,
nothing
Destiny.
but talk about her. Tisha, like during that Inez wine situation, every time they had the camera on Tisha, I wonder if Mel is gonna come. Girl, why?
Did
You
y'all
don't
hear the
like her.
eagerness?
You don't.
Did y'all hear the eagerness in her voice when she talked to Marcel? She said, "Ooh." She said, "Ooh," because
Yeah.
Sheree said. I was like, "Damn, that
And
came
that's
from
what I'm
your
talking
gut."
about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about with them. I feel like it's always about making it seem as if Mel was stupid for leaving Martell. Like, I don't care what nobody say. When it comes to Tisha, especially Tisha, it's like she wants Mel to regret leaving Martell. Like, I want to see you regretting leaving him.
She
Like,
projected.
no.
It's funny to hear Marceau bring up what Melody said in an interview because I'm like, bro, you be watching that lady more than you watch your wife. Like, how you know what she said
No,
in the
and they
interview?
both.
Like, because what Mel said in the interview was this, you know what I'm saying? Then he want to bring
Mhm.
up the, like, I think she was okay when Martell was leveling down. Now the level up is going to be a problem. Now, Tisha said that Melody don't really show her real feelings. What y'all think?
I think
I
that
feel,
she shouldn't show
what
them to
feelings do
her.
she need to show?
Like, I don't think
I
she
don't
should
think
show
she
any
do.
real feelings to y'all. Like, what?
Exactly. It's not a safe space, obviously.
No.
Um, real feelings are for your therapist, especially when you're dealing with that type of group. But I wanted to
Right.
say, Marcel and Tisha are, I feel like they're avid watchers of our show. And especially, I know Bondi, since he was tagging you in the comments.
Oh,
They
hey, Marcel.
literally,
Hi,
he is
Marcel.
in the comments just as much as Tisha is in the comments.
Because they
And I
love
feel
it.
like
They
it's been
love
so
it.
telling. Yeah, they like to listen, they like to watch. I just think it's so
Mhm.
funny.
But we already
Why
knew
don't
that
he
because
just come
anytime
on?
we say something, because he can't deal with the back and forth. I think because Mark, to me, I read Marceau as a man who thinks he's smarter than he really is.
Mm.
So he can't have conversations with people who are going to like knock all of that shit down that he be doing, all of the mind games and semantics that he does with Tisha that gets her all crossed up. He can't do that with us. And so that's why he probably won't come on here. And we're not gonna take no bullshit answers from y'all either. And we know Tisha not gonna come on here because she don't like me, and she probably gonna cry in the car. So
Oh,
there's
really? I
that.
didn't know that.
I'm just assuming she don't like me because everybody think I'm friends with Mel, even though I keep saying not friends with Mel. I'm cool with
Oh,
Mel. I am cool with her. I don't know her like that to be friends with her, but I am cool with
right.
her. But at the end of the day, I still can call a thing as far as I'm concerned. Like I know Mel petty. I just feel like the time she is petty, y'all deserve that shit.
Mm.
Like that's just how I feel.
What did y'all think of the event? Y'all think it was a success?
Yeah, it was nice. It was
Yeah.
a really nice, the view was nice, the tables and everything looked nice. Martell struggled through the speech, but eventually he was
Mm-hmm.
able to get it together. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think it was, he didn't get beat up
It
by his
was
uncle.
cute.
It was nice.
I wasn't crazy about the speech, but I thought that the event, like the location, was really nice. I think he
That
did a good
mama,
job with that.
the grandmama looked and Marlene looked just alike. That was creepy. I was like, damn, they look just like Marlene. And then they didn't put her on camera at first. I was like, child, what's going on with
No, they
Marlene?
didn't put her on camera.
Mm.
That's what I was thinking too. He said, "My mom who's here," and I was like, "Well, where's the mom? Come on,
And then they
Mm.
Marlene."
finally showed her in the wide shot. And I was like, child, Marlene probably was drinking somewhere. They had to
I
go
was
get her.
thinking the same. I was
Child.
thinking the same thing. I was like, Marlene didn't have too much to drink, and y'all want to show her. But this time, I guess we should have known that Melnika didn't throw the event together because everything that was not done in the first one was done in this one. He had the picture of his grandmother. He called out every single person in his family, and even when it came to the speech, somebody who has been a speaker wrote that for him with like the little language thing at the end and the like repeat
Yes, they
after me.
did.
I was like, nah, Martell, you did not do that.
He
That's another
tried.
example of you building houses without a builder's license. You
Mm.
doing everything by
Mm.
way of somebody else, but you know how to get it done.
Mm-hmm. They tried.
You
They
know,
did. They
Sheree
did
didn't
better
help.
than what Melnika did. Yeah. Somebody he didn't want her to come because he wanted to focus, or I guess the success or whatever to be about him. I'm like, nah, you wasn't gonna be able to answer the questions on how y'all really met. You know how some people meet folks on apps, but they
Yeah.
don't really want to say they met a person on app. They like to say, oh, I met them by way of a friend type thing. I do feel like the
Yeah.
friend could have been Carlos. I could be wrong,
Oh, come on.
but I feel like
That's
it
what I
was a
think.
situation like that,
Because they
and he
won't
don't want
say
to like dive
Jamie.
deeper into the
they don't want to
details.
say who the mutual
Jamie.
friend is. That's why I think it's
That's
Carlos.
exactly who it is. I did not even think about that. That's
That's why I've
literally
always
exactly
thought
who
that
it
it
is.
was. Not that he could have, he probably didn't introduce them to hook them up. I don't know. But he probably just like, oh, Martell, meet Sheree, da
Shit.
da da
That
da.
nigga
And he
saw
could have just went from there.
Carlos saw
Nah,
that
you,
storyline coming a mile away. They all are both in the gym.
y'all have a lot in common.
But you know what? I really am wondering what happened with the crossover because, I'm hearing that it was on that didn't allow him to be, fully on Real Housewives. Not
Hmm.
Real Housewives not allowing him to be on. So I'm wondering if Carlos is the one that finagled this. I wonder if the network was like, nice try, nigga. Like,
I don't
I'm
know. I still
wondering.
see it being Bravo. I don't really see a lot of housewives going on to other reality shows
I
unless
don't
it's
think so.
like I mean, maybe like what's that show called? Big Brother. Maybe it's something like that, or like Dancing with the Stars type thing. But I don't really see them
But
releasing
they
them
own
often to go
Bravo.
over to other.
It could have been
Yeah.
Bravo, but when I talked to Candy about it, she was like, she thought that it was their network that made it a big
Mm.
deal. And that's why I was just kind of like, really? Because I was thinking it was going to be Bravo.
Because we already saw that he was filming, or at least there when the cameras were filming at
Which
what
would
you
mean
call it, husband
Bravo,
party.
which would mean Bravo didn't mind that he was there because he already taped
Right.
with
I
them
think Bravo minded Sheree being
coming
on
on.
own. Yes,
That's
yes,
probably what it
but
was.
not
Hmm.
the other way. Because it all benefits them
Yeah.
because they're a larger platform
Yeah,
connected to
bring
all
it.
these other
Yeah,
stuff.
bring all them people with y'all. That's how Bravo
Girl, you
is.
know
Hmm.
they love to see it. Did y'all see the Love and Marriage DC and how Candace took a picture with the other folks from
I
Love and
sure
Marriage
did.
DC and somebody and they said
Yeah.
crossover? I said, girl, no crossover. They just know each other. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I really like the embeddedness of Housewives with Love and Marriage.
I
Do
don't
I
y'all
feel
either.
like
ever see the
I did
day?
when Monique was on it,
Because it made
but
sense. But now it's kind of
yeah.
like y'all just want to level up. Like that's what it seemed like. Like we can't get on Bravo. So if we start hanging with people from Bravo, then eventually they'll all see us the same type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Do y'all
wondering.
ever see the day? Who is it? NBC that owns Bravo? I think so. Y'all ever
Mhm.
see the day where they will buy own and all of it will be on one network? I do.
Ooh, that would be
Anything
dope.
is possible. I
I
mean, they would
do.
have to actually buy Discovery because Discovery acquired OWN,
Yes.
and then I believe that
Right.
Discovery also acquired HBO Max, which is why we're seeing a lot
Yep.
of shows get pulled off of HBO Max right now. A lot of like reality shows or whatever. So yeah, they would have to acquire
Girl, I saw Basketball Wives on Netflix, I think. I was like,
Discovery.
girl, what is
I
this?
did too. Like what? I think
Get
they
this
got the
off of
earlier
here.
seasons on
Yeah,
there.
1 and 2. I was like, ugh. I don't know why.
Wow.
I was like, shouldn't this be somewhere else a little lower? Like,
Not a little Laura, not BET. Let
girl,
me
put it on
not. Let's
Paramount. Put it on
not.
Paramount Plus. Okay.
Paramount got to go on though.
They do. I have them. I have Peacock. Girl, I
Really?
got everybody.
Hmm.
I only
They
have
be
I
having
have
good
Paramount.
stuff.
Paramount.
I think BET need to get their stuff together with their app. Like I be trying to watch Sisters, and I just like I don't. It be freezing sometimes, and it be like the only app that does that. Sometimes like fast forwarding, rewinding is a struggle. I'm like BET, what are y'all doing? Like I can go to Netflix right now and have no issue,
I feel
or
like
go to
BET and
Hulu. Like
OWN
what
are
is
on
y'all
the same
doing?
level. I think because on some level, I feel like BET and OWN are on the same level. They can never get they online shit together because OWN never has
Together.
their episodes.
Yeah, yeah.
Episodes are not right. All kind of shit. Like I don't know who's in charge.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Um, Martell and Mel, we kind of touched on it a little bit. Martell comes to the house. He wants to get inside the house, upset with Mel not letting him in the house. So much so, he leaves. And then when she called him, he hang up in her face. I ain't gonna lie. I did kind of think, do y'all just like arguing with each other? Because she came back
Yeah.
outside and said, Martell, I saw you calling me Martell. And I'm like, I would have left Martell ass out there. I don't know if I would have went back
I
outside.
do.
Like,
I blame
you
production.
you don't want to come in the house, sit in the car. Like, what
I
do you
blame
want?
production because to me it seemed like it was a production thing. I think when she went inside the first time, they was like, "Mel, listen, we didn't get enough. Can you please go back out there and talk to
I can see
Martell,
that too.
please? I don't want to talk to him." And then I think when he drove off the first time, somebody was like, "Martell, come on, we got Mel to
You
come
know,
back
we got to get
outside.
this
Can you please come back around?" And that's when he drove
I
back
can see
around and
that.
pulled, and then she comes.
inside. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they stand there and talk. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. As much as everybody like to act like they don't know what Mel's problem is, she doesn't express how she feels. When she finally did say what she was upset about, I felt like she
Hmm.
was very clear about what she was upset about. And Nisi, you were right. Because I said the same thing in my live. She is mad because Ariane had already put out that information about
Right.
her having that
Hmm.
baby and stuff like that. So I think
Hmm.
it
Right.
was triggering. And she said that it's triggering for me. And I also don't
Right.
think that it's good enough that I'm not supposed to hold Martell responsible for what Ariane does because essentially I don't think it was just about the COVID part. I think he went and pillow talked to Ariane out of anger with Mel because he couldn't get in with Mel like he wanted to in Destin. So he goes back to Ariane's house when they get home and talk all of this shit about her.
Hmm.
And because Mel said we got into an argument and I'm checking him and he calls me Ariane. And that's how she was like, "Oh, you was double sick because you had COVID, and because he called you my name. So see, all of that.
Wow. Yeah. He
When she
talked to her too much. Just by
exactly.
calling her Arian, unless you know how much he
Yeah.
talks to her. The reason I have to go along with that is because when you said he gets upset, he pillow talks, whatever, it was just how quick Destiny was to play a clip and how he immediately responded after that. So Martell
Yep.
operates in this space where he has to be heard. He need people to hear him. So with that, it's like it does make him come off as a bit irresponsible because he doesn't care who he shares certain things with. You know what I'm saying? And doesn't even think towards the front as to how it's probably gonna blow back on him at a later time. He just go out here and just
Right. He just wants to be
doing
heard.
stuff. Yeah,
Which is why
absolutely.
every time Destiny says boo, she gets what she wants, and they discuss Mel. I feel like what we saw in that scene with Mel and Martell was like one of those situations where it was stuff going on behind the scenes, but it don't necessarily play out well in the episode because it's
Mm-hmm.
things that the viewers don't know about. So
Mm-hmm.
I just think that the fact that the fact that Ariana spoke about her, not having a child really
Mm-hmm.
would have affected the way that we viewed that interaction. But because we
Mm-hmm.
didn't know, and Mel just simply said she was triggered because of COVID, it did sound ridiculous. And I was like, okay, you reaching. But once I started to think, I don't think it was about that. I really do think that it was mostly about the first time Ariana spoke about her and not having a child.
Yeah.
So I just wish we would have known. And I always have to tie it back. Like the first time, I don't know why the first time I ever experienced that or watching reality TV is with Monique. It was so many things going on that the viewers did not know that contributed to the show. And it kind
Mm.
of messes up your perception and your judgment of what's going on. So I
Yeah.
think that, again, I still think Martell did a good job of displaying unbotheredness and really trying to pretend to be
Mm-hmm.
but it just didn't look good on Mel's part. It really didn't.
Mm. Noted. Gotcha. Okay. Well, anything else on Love and Marriage Huntsville?
Child, no.